good morning. I'm going to take you all through a week in my life. At least the sunrise is beautiful.
The Olympic bobsleigh actually.
Yes.
That's a unique sport.
That's very... This week has been a really difficult one, and somehow I have to find a massive chunk of money before then. Let's go, another day.
8th World Cup start for Sarah Blizzard.
The Australian duo here kicking off our race.
And look at the momentum. 5th best speed. She's absolutely flying.
I do think those are tears of joy. I think they are celebrating their Olympic dream.
Guys, hello, good morning. I'm going to take you all through a week in my life because everywhere I go, my life looks very different, whether I'm here in Queensland or back home in Ararat, if I'm overseas, if I'm on season, and I want to show you all those different parts. So I'm going to take you through a week and just show you every little thing that I'm getting up to. Of course, every day, the very first thing I do is have breakfast. This is my Weet-Bix bowl with Blizz written on it from one of my friends. I take that bowl with me everywhere in Australia. So yeah, every morning I have Weet-Bix with some other cereal on it. And I also have some of my supplements before I go to training. I'm going to get them. I only really have batch tested stuff or go through a company that is sports informed or HASTA approved, because obviously there's risks for us as elite athletes, which does make getting supplements a little bit annoying, and there's a lot of brands that we can't work with. I also then put my creatine in it because that doesn't matter for timing as much, it's just that I'll have it all in one go. And I have electrolytes. These electrolytes are generally electrolytes I really use. They have sent them to me along with their caffeine strips and their energy jellies. I use this all year round. For the other supplements, I do not have a sponsor or anyone sending me anything. That stuff I just get myself. Okay, so for this week, I'm going to show you all the little things I get up to. I'm not going to show you like the boring same breakfast every day, leftovers for lunch kind of situation, but I'm going to try and show you all the little things I'm doing. So my training, I have a new program this week, so we get to explore that together a little bit. And that's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it because so far I've had the same program since the start of pre-season training, with some small adjustments obviously, but it's some new exercises, some new warm-up stuff, and just like a bit of a change of everything, so that's exciting. I have work a few times this week. So I coach at a school, in the gym and on the track. I have some appointments and meetings. I've got a lot of work editing the YouTube series that I am putting out, and here I am filming a new one, but so I can have it all in the bank ready to go for basically when that YouTube series finishes. And like I said, there's at the end of this month, so we're 13th of July now. At the end of this month, I'm going home to Victoria and I'll be there for a little bit and then I'll go overseas. I wanted to take this opportunity now to kind of show you what my life is looking like in Queensland and what just like, I mean, to be fair, every week looks different up here as well, but then when I go home, while it's kind of similar, it's a bit more all over the place. Then when I go overseas, again, it's different and I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like just yet. And then on season is a whole different story. So I want to show you all these different parts just to show you a little bit more about my life and what I'm getting up to. So might be a bit chaotic, a bit of a random video. I'll show you what I can. Okay, so on the menu for today is a sprint session. So I have accelerations and sled pulls. I have some like resisted bounds, resisted switches, stuff like that. And then later today I have work. So that's all I have on today, but obviously between that I'm going to try and like get a lot of other stuff done too. I might go to the supermarket, we'll see how I'm feeling after training. Because I don't really have a lot for lunch, but I have things that I can make for lunch. Depends on how motivated I am. So yeah, it is time to head to training. Okay, so I am at QAS, ready to get stuck into training. First session of the week, first session of a new block, and first session of like a switch up in training, so kind of excited, but it's going to be a bit of playing around to understand what I am doing today. But yeah, I start off with my rehab. Every track session I have a heap of rehab to do before I actually do the track session. I do calf iso holds for my Achilles. I do hamstring bridge, single leg hamstring bridge for my hammy, and then some like leg curl holds also for my hammy, and then some stair walks but like on my toes for my Achilles as well. So I'll show you that over the week. I'll try and show you as much as I can, but also training is the focus here, so time to get stuck in. Okay, I'm going to talk you all through this training session. So this training session was a bit of a switch up from all the previous weeks. The warm-up was a lot of switching drills, and then we went into the actual session, which was a sled pull and then an acceleration. Sled pull gives you a chance to hit some good positions and work, and then you can go and apply it straight into the sprint. So yeah, fair to say I am a fan of this session. I only had 3 sets of that, and it was followed by resisted bounds, and that was it. Finished my session and went to the supermarket because I realised I had nothing to eat at home, and got some basics, plus a little snack from Baker's Delight. I'm so excited about that. I love these while I'm in it. I love these while I'm in Australia because I don't really get them overseas, and I don't have them all the time. I really only get them when I go to the supermarket, and I don't even go to the supermarket every week. Sometimes I do the click and collect, so get them as like a little bit of a treat once a fortnight. Carbs are good, my friends. Yeah, I do treat myself occasionally. I don't have a super strict diet, which some people think I would. I'm always trying to put on weight. I'm actually at a pretty good weight right now. I would love to hold this and hold it all season as well, but yeah. But it's fine to treat yourself sometimes. And also, carbs are good. Carbs are good for you. It's how we fuel our bodies in just like day-to-day life, as well as training. Obviously training adds that extra need for fuel, but literally to like get out of bed, to walk to the bathroom, to get to work, to get to the car, whatever, like we need carbs to fuel our bodies to be able to do all of that. So everything is good in moderation. You want to enjoy your yummy foods in moderation, and obviously eat a good selection of like actually really good food for you. All right, let's go home and have some food. It is a beautiful day today, by the way. Like, the sun is out. It is warm. It is 21 degrees, but it feels so warm, and it's so nice. And in classic Queensland style, everyone is wearing like jumpers and long pants because they think that this is cold, but it is like beautiful. Kind of want to go and eat my lunch outside somewhere. So yeah, today's training was good. I've also just spoken to the biomechanics lady, and I'm going to go and do some biomechanics testing in the lab next week, which is really cool. Just have a look at my acceleration and my acceleration with some resistance, because that's as close as we can get to pushing the sled. So we're going to do a little bit of testing within one of my sessions and just see if there's anything that we can look at to improve on, or like, we're not trying to make big changes, but anything that I can maybe implement to get more out of my running and pushing. So that's actually really cool. That's one of the cool things about being with QAS is, and especially this year, is that there's these opportunities and this kind of support as well. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, there's not a lot happening for the rest of the day. Obviously I'll have some lunch, I'll do some work, and I have work later on as well. So I'll let you know if anything exciting's happening. Alright, I've just finished work. All of the girls were very motivated to be there because it was like their last day of school holidays today. Because they had 3 weeks of holidays, but then the Monday of the week they go back, they have off anyway. So yeah, they were very motivated to be there, but we compromised. I'm just on my way home, and then I will cook myself some dinner and honestly have a shower and go to bed because I'm tired. Oh, good morning, guys. It is cold this morning. Jesus. It is like 6 degrees and I am freezing, but I'm off to work. So let's get this day started. Alrighty, I am home from work and it's time for me to get ready for training. Originally I was going to be leaving about 10 o'clock, but my physio's just asked if I could do physio earlier, which actually suits me really well because I was like, what am I going to do for an hour and a half? And I was really tired on the way home from work actually, so being able to get ready for training and go is actually kind of nice because yeah, let's just go get it done. But yeah, I have physio first. So I've been working very, very closely with my physio. She's been amazing. Done a lot of, we've had a lot of good progress with all of my rehab stuff. It's going to be an ongoing thing for me. It's something I'm always going to have to do. Obviously, my calves, ankles, Achilles, all of that are a weakness of mine, and they're always going to be a weakness, so I'm always going to be working on them, which is, you know what, it's fine. Today I have a gym session. I have some squats and some cleans, and then of course some accessory work. It's going to be a big session, to be fair, so I'm going to make sure I take some food with me, as well as I have caffeine strips from Reddy's. They send them to me, so they're basically just strips that you can put in your mouth and they dissolve, and they're caffeine. Best thing ever. I will always have them in my training bag because you can just have like a little packet of them. There's so many in there as well, so they're very convenient. I think today is going to be a caffeine day. It's still like 10 degrees outside. Oh my god, the padding in these sports bras. How did I just get black all over me? I guess that's from the jar shampoo, but I might have to change my top. Alright, I'm gonna sort this out and I'll see you in my gym session. Okay, I got completely changed because the top now needs a wash. That's what happens when I wear white. So still same colour theme, just different items of clothing. Plus I don't want to wear leggings anyway today. I don't know why, it's pretty cold. So this is my fit for today. So because I've had breakfast ridiculously early today, and then I was at work, and now I'm doing physio and training, I'm just obviously preparing all my supplements, but I'm going to have a little bit of fruit, and then I have my banana for before training. It's kind of like weird timing. Alright, because there is a bunch of random music in the gym, whenever I upload it to YouTube, it cracks it and there's all copyright issues. So I'm going to talk you guys through each of my sessions and just tell you a little bit about what I'm doing in these sessions. So squats and power cleans have been reintroduced to my program. Up until now, I've just had trap bar once a week, but now I have 2 sessions with squats and 1 with power cleans, and honestly, I've been able to come in at a pretty decent level. I've had to work up to weight, but once I'm at a weight I normally struggle with, I'm actually moving it a lot better than I used to. I think all of the accessory work and rehab work that I'm doing has helped with so many things. It's helped with general body stability. It's helped with a lot of my power, being able to actually get all my muscles working the way I want, as well as ankle mobility with the squats. I think that's been a really big thing. Now, while these are exercises we do have throughout programs, the reason that this has been introduced is because I have to do some testing for the Federation to be able to go on season. So that includes a 1RM power clean and a 3RM squat, as well as sprint testing, a broad jump, and underhand shot toss. Unfortunately, I won't be in the country when they have the proper testing day on for all the athletes, but I will be doing it at QAS before I go. So basically, we've just implemented this stuff into the program so that when I go to that testing day, I have already done a bit of it and my body doesn't freak out because we're suddenly moving weight a certain way and quite heavy weight as well. But I am very interested to see my times, my distances, my lifts, everything. In saying that, it is for us just part of our training. These are numbers that we're going to hit no matter what phase of training we're in anyway. And then, of course, it's time for the accessories. So we had pull-off press, I had a banded abduction, and then I did not record my calf exercises, but I also had some deficit calf raises after that with the Smith machine. That has basically been one of my staples this whole time. Alright, training is done for the day. I went out for lunch unexpectedly as well, and now I have to go get a blood test. Okay, so I just had my blood test. It was super quick. Like, I walked in, got it done, walked out. So I'm actually just going to walk around the shops for a little bit because I feel like from my gym session, my legs are going to be very stiff. So I'm gonna just walk around a bit and yeah, that actually, I remember there's a job I have to do, and then I'm gonna go home. Another day of early morning work. Let's go. At least the sunrise is beautiful. Time to get to work. Okay, so just finishing up at work for the morning. No one really came in. So my morning session's a gym, and basically I'm there to like supervise and help all the girls. But yeah, only 2 came in for like half an hour and then they were out. So I was sitting there for another hour, pretty much. It's only an hour and a half, so it's not too bad. But the good thing is that I had my laptop, so there was a lot of things I could do because I'm still in the process of planning season. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, all my accommodation is booked for season, but I just had to send a few emails. Some of these accommodation options are really bad at getting back to you. The main problem is just trying to find garages everywhere we go for our sleds. So yeah, I'm off to training now. So today is a pretty chill day in terms of training. I have 15 minutes on the bike and then a few accessory things. So yeah, I'm gonna have some food. It's about a 20-minute drive and then get changed and get into it. Guys, what another beautiful day. This is why I love Queensland, especially in winter. It is beautiful. It is like a very nice temperature. The sun's out mostly. But this is the hill I have to walk up often to get to training. I'm so puffed by the time I get to the top of it, and I'm so grateful that my Achilles are doing really well because this is so shit when I have sore Achilles, like first thing in the morning walking up a hill. But Achilles are going well, so I'm happy about that. It's literally like this hill is like my warm-up, so. Alright, another session, another voiceover. So I left out the 15 minutes on the bike because honestly, I was just watching something on my phone and it's pretty boring. But it's a pretty easy, chill pace for 15 minutes, nothing crazy. And then I have basically dumbbell bench, which I won't lie, it has been a bit of fun to challenge myself with the weight on those. And then it's also bent over rows as well. So basically these are in there for just general body strength, obviously upper body strength, and building some extra muscle mass. And then I was really hungry, so we have a vending machine in QAS, and they have protein drinks in there that we can actually have. They don't have any banned supplements in it, which is amazing. And then after training, I had a meeting. So when these days where I have coaching and then training and then meetings, I have so much stuff with me. But yeah, I did have a meeting after training, and while waiting for the meeting, I was able to get a heap of work done as well. Okay, so I'm just in the process of booking some accommodation. I've found a really good place for when we're in Norway for pre-season sliding. We're there for 2 weeks. It's got a garage. It's got 3 bedrooms, and it's just such a big chunk to pay. It's like I have to pay $4,000. Obviously that gets split between my brakemen, like my brakemen cover their accommodation, I cover my accommodation, part of being self-funded, but like I can pay part now and part later. That's an option too, but like this is the difficult thing about booking all of season. It's just so expensive up front. Some places we can pay when we're there, but I guess I better just do it. Alrighty, so it is currently Wednesday night, and honestly this week has been a big one so far. It is only Wednesday night, but it's been big in terms of like physically. Like I've had a completely new training program this week, and it's like the first main switch up, so just getting used to that. Did some big lifting on Tuesday, and I mean it's only Wednesday today and I'm feeling it, but like not in a bad way, in a good way. It's been like mentally draining. There's been a lot going on like within and outside my sport as well. So while I've tried to show you guys as much as possible, it kind of feels like it's more of the highlights that I'm showing you, like the training. Like yeah, I'm showing you the early mornings, which I don't love, but like I'm only showing you like the main parts of my day, like the work, the training, and anything else that comes up. But just to paint you guys a picture, like there's been lots of like long phone calls, there's been meetings, there's been discussions, like lots of that kind of stuff going on in the background. Whenever I have a spare minute between things, I'm doing things such as like things for season, like it might be booking accommodation, I got to learn a new track this season, so I'm like trying to understand that track from looking at old race videos and stuff like that, and just kind of, and recruitment, that's another thing that we've been putting a lot of work into, just trying to find potential brake women to jump on the team. So that's something else that's taking up a bit of time and energy at the moment, especially right now, because yeah, I'm going overseas soon, so I need to like meet people while I'm in Australia, and I need to like see how they move and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of a bit of a focus right now. But yeah, it's been honestly a very like draining week, physically and mentally and emotionally and everything. So just wanted to like put that disclaimer in here. There has been a lot going on, and yeah, I know I'm definitely just showing you guys the highlights, but I just wanted to flag that and acknowledge that and move on. So it's nearly 9 o'clock. I washed my hair and I got to continue drying it now, but tomorrow there's a few exciting things happening. While yeah, there's a lot going on and it's quite draining, there's still a lot of like really exciting things happening right now, and training's going really well, and there's a lot of opportunities coming up. So I am very grateful for everything, and honestly, like, I still wouldn't change it. Like, obviously the having to constantly try and find sponsors and money to cover everything for season is a hassle, but I still wouldn't change it. Like, I'm grateful for this life and everything that comes with it. So yeah, tomorrow will be exciting. Doing some filming for something at the track. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. That's not very exciting. And yeah, there's just more meetings, more appointments and stuff for the rest of the week. But yeah, I obviously will take you along tomorrow and show you a bit of the behind the scenes of the filming at the track. And yeah, but it's 9 o'clock and I have to get up at just after 5 tomorrow. So I am switching off for the night. All right, good morning. It is Thursday morning. It's 5:30. I already had breakfast. Where do I start? I have something on today, which means I need to put a little bit of makeup on. How does all this shit always get in my contact lenses, honestly? I really wish I didn't have to wear contacts every damn day.
That's why we need it.
Alright.
Wi-Fi is on.
I'm on my way. 5 minutes later than I wanted to be, but it's fine because this drive to work is there's normally like no one on the road, so yeah, let's go, another day. Alright, so work is done. I'm at training, just parked, and we have the dreaded hill to walk up. Today my session is a bunch of dribbles, which is basically like a drill that we use. It's not as fatiguing on the nervous system as all that sprinting, but it's good for mechanics and stuff. So that's my session, is a lot of that today, but I do have someone who is coming to join me for training today. We're going to take some videos and just show a little bit about how bobsleigh athletes train. It's a bit of free promo for myself, but also just to show the world what we do, how we train, talk about bobsleigh a little bit. I'm puffed, which is really cool. He's trying to do it with a bunch of different sports, so yeah, could be a lot of fun. And then after that, I don't know if I have much on for the rest of the day. I do have a doctor's appointment at 2. I'll go home, have some food, have a rest and do that, and then probably do a lot more work. Alright, well, I'm not going to talk through this whole session, but I am going to talk through my rehab. So this is my rehab every day before I head out onto the track. I have weighted single leg calf isometrics, followed by single leg hamstring bridge for hammy tendinopathy things, followed by some single leg hamstring hold. I have about 15 kilos on here. Also for the hamstring, basically just getting the tendon ready to go. And then I have these stair walks, which I'm doing to a metronome. It's faster up than it is down, but the goal is I'm walking on my toes and I'm trying to make sure my heel doesn't drop.
All right, well, we're here with Olympian Sarah Blizzard, Olympic bobsledder actually.
Yes.
That's a unique sport.
That's very unique. Yeah.
I feel like I need to stand up here because I'm really sure. All right, so what are we going to be doing today?
So today we have a track session. It's a beautiful day for it. We have a bunch of drills, so all very like sprint bobsleigh specific drills. Very technical. Some of them I find frustrating, so that'll be a bit of fun.
Okay.
And then we'll do a bit of sled pulls and stuff as well.
All right, the sled's quite unique though, right?
Yeah, so I mean a lot of track athletes also do sled pulls as well for their training, but for us it's like the closest thing we can do to pushing a sled. It's the resistance, it's around the hips, so we've got to like really work for it. So it's technical and you've got to be powerful for it.
Okay, powerful. Let's go.
Ready to go. Yep.
Basically with a touch body play, thank you. Time again?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Yep. Athletes kind of like similar positions to me that are like underfunded, undersupported, on the edge of the games.
I feel you.
Yeah.
You get some spikes now.
Not bad. I've seen worse. It's pretty good.
So technical. It looks so good. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You're fast.
I feel like I'm.
On strip 6.
Go. Yeah, you got it.
Try me.
But if we made it 30 meters. It's something I'm trying to show more of, especially for YouTube, but it's just there's so much more to it than people see. Like they see the 1 minute on the track. So I was going, we're our own mechanics. It's literally like F1 on ice. But we're
That's a
like,
great way to
but
put it.
budget version.
F1 on
TV
ice.
version.
F1 on ice. So for all you couch athletes out there that think, oh yeah, I could do that, just listen to that.
And you do actually have to drive the sleds too. Like during
Yeah.
the games, everyone was like, "Oh, it's just you're just jumping in and going down for fun." I'm like, and they're like, "How is this a sport?" I'm like, "I am
You're
driving
steering
the
it.
sled." Yeah.
Is this still recording? Oh Jesus.
Hey.
Okay, good morning. It is Friday morning. Oh. It is Friday morning. I have a DEXA scan this morning. What is my camera doing? I have a DEXA scan this morning, and for DEXA scans you can't eat or drink anything. So it's nearly 7 o'clock. My appointment's at 7. I literally just had to like get out of bed, get dressed and go. And I feel like shit. I am so thirsty, but it's fine. It won't be long. I think it's like maximum half an hour, but then it's just still like a half an hour drive home. It's pretty far. So doing a DEXA scan to get a bit of an idea on everything that's going on. So like muscle mass, fat mass, bone density, where the muscle is located, if it's even on each side. And then the key thing is that we're going to compare it to an end of season one. So as soon as I get back to Australia, we're going to compare it to that and just get a really good idea of what I lose on season and ways that we can work on that. So I'm going to head in and go and get this done. And man, I'm tired. It's a rough start to the morning, not getting to eat breakfast. Okay, DEXA scan is done and I'm so thirsty. Like you can't drink before it at all, and I'm always thirsty in the morning, so yep. And to make things better / worse, my drink bottle also just leaked all over my seat. Obviously I hadn't done the lid up properly, so. Alright, it's Friday gym session time. So for the squats I had basically cluster set, so it was 2 reps, 45-second rest, and another 2 reps. My quads were actually still quite sore from the Tuesday's gym session. Oh, hello, Brie. But yeah, my quads were still quite sore from Tuesday, so we decided to keep the load light but keep it moving well. So good depth, and we also were tracking the velocity of the bars. So you can see the little cord on the left-hand side and the little thing down the bottom. that is basically just tracking the velocity of the bar. But yeah, even from this, my quads were feeling it quite a lot. So this is why we are doing squats before the testing day, because my quads can't handle squats sometimes. And then, you know what has been a lot of fun? Bench. I do actually really enjoy bench, just we haven't done a lot of it apart from a bit of dumbbell bench. So it was nice to start bench. It had to start very light, but we'll build up over the next few weeks. And you know it, there is definitely calf exercises in there. So we had a standing single leg calf raise, and then later in the session, which I will show, there's also the seated calf raise as well. And for the seated calf raise, I'm actually able to load up quite a lot of weight on there. Like I have my body weight on there, so it's kind of nice. And then we have some posterior chain work, so glute and hammy. We have a hip hinge movement. And then we have my love-hate exercise, which is pull-ups. Honestly, I'm really proud of the fact that I can do 5 reps. I mean, they're messy, but I actually don't care because I can do them. It's taken me a lot to be able to do this many and also be able to do it for more than just 1 or 2 sets. And then, yeah, like I said, seated calf. So with my rehab, we try and target everything. We have seated, standing, double leg, single leg, static, move, basically everything, as well as like the foot exercises, the shin exercises, everything, just to make sure we're getting every aspect of this area. Because it's not just Achilles problems I have, it's also been related to my foot, it's been my calf, it's been my ankle mobility, it's like everything around that area. So we're just trying to like make sure we actually get it all. Alrighty, I'm going to be completely honest, this week has been a really difficult one for so many different reasons, which I'm not really going to go into, but it has been so mentally draining. Like I feel like I have a mental hangover. It's ridiculous. And then to top it all off, one of my sponsors has let me know that they won't be renewing the sponsorship, which is a big chunk of the cost of season that I now no longer have just a few months out for season. No hate against them. I understand it's business. It's not anything anyone has done. It's just, it's really difficult. I'm not sure how I'm going to really talk about this without being emotional, but like, even without that sponsorship, I don't have the cost of season covered. Like everyone assumes like you've gone to the Olympics, you've got all the funding, all the sponsorship and everything in the world, but actually it hasn't helped. It hasn't made anything easier. If anything, it's made it harder because people are like, oh, the next Olympics are 4 years away, so we're not going to sponsor you yet, but as you get closer to the Olympics, we can look at it. No one really wants to be part of the journey, and like they just don't realize that this sport is done every single year. We are competing on World Cup, we're competing at World Champs. That is happening every year. And yeah, okay, the Olympics are a big thing and people love to get around it, but it's actually the fact that that is now the furthest away has made finding sponsors harder. I've gone from optimistic that we can find some money to cover the rest of season through sponsorships, through donations, through little bits here and there, through social media. But like now I'm on the side of I can't do a whole season. I can't cover the cost of a whole season. Which then is like, all right, well, what parts do you cut out? If we cut out parts of season, we can't do World Champs. World Champs is how you're eligible for funding. World Champs is where you prove your results. But if I can't do the whole of season, I won't qualify for World Champs. And World Champs is a big chunk of money too. It's 2 weeks in Lillehammer in Norway, and that is expensive. Like, do I pick 2 or 3 races that are the most expensive places like St. Moritz or Cortina, or the ones that have lots of travel such as Segura? Like, how do I pick what to drop out? Like, I have a new coach this season and I want to work with that coach and work on all the tracks. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for season. I have been working so goddamn hard in my training and everything is going so well. But like, now I just suddenly lost a sponsor like that and I can't afford to do the full season. I can at this rate afford to maybe do the first half and that's it. And that's even pushing it. Like, this sport is fucking rough. It is so rough. And I'm kind of at a point, I'm like, I do not know what to do. And unfortunately, I'm showing you guys a week in my life. And this week has really sucked. And this is part of it. Like, this is part of my life. This is part of my life every single day. Just this week, it's just been a lot rougher. Like, suddenly I don't have my main sponsor. And
yeah. But obviously, I can't just sit here and be miserable about it. I have to put the work in and now find sponsors. I have to now email as many companies as I can think of and find, and just see if, the more emails I send, the more likely I am to find something. The hard thing is finding companies that align with values, because I'm not just going to go and work with someone that I don't agree with. I need to try and find like things such as van rental companies overseas to help offset the cost of hiring a van, because that's a massive expense. So I need to find the things that can help offset the cost so I don't have to pay for it, and B, find sponsors that can, contribute towards the cost of season. This is like, the season will be expensive. It's going to be my most expensive one yet, but it's also going to be my biggest and, dare say, most successful. And I'm so determined for it to be such a good season. But the stupid thing is, I'm competing on World Cup and World Champs. And this is the situation that I'm in. It's like the most difficult thing in this sport. And you know what? Like, the other side effect of all this bullshit and stress is now my hammy tendinopathy has flared up and my Achilles are a little bit more unsettled than normal. Like, this stuff doesn't just impact ability to do season. It impacts so many things. And like, the level of stress I have right now is through the roof. And it's just showing up in my body as well. And I don't know what else I'm supposed to do apart from have a cry and keep working through. And honestly, I'm coming on here on my YouTube and I'm having a whinge about it, but like, I want all you guys to know the reality of the situation. The reason I'm doing socials more and putting more of a focus on it, including YouTube, is to show everything that happens. And this is a really big part of what I'm doing, unfortunately. I have worked so freaking hard. I've qualified for the Olympics and it's just made things harder, basically. I don't really know where this is going to lead. I don't know if I'm going to find anything to make going on season easier. I don't know. I don't know. Right now it is the middle of July and I'm going overseas next month and we go on season in October. And somehow I have to find a massive chunk of money before then. And that's really fucking scary. But you know what? I drove bobsleigh, so somewhere deep in my mind, I know that means I can handle everything. So anything and everything. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind outside. It is insane. But anyway, yeah. Very stressed right now. Basically, if you want to know what I'm doing with my week, it's been a lot of meetings. It's been a lot of time spent on my laptop. Right now, I will be spending the rest of my week on my laptop trying to find sponsors. So, yeah. All right. Peace out. I need to get to work. All right. Quick update. Whoop. This is my current setup. I have the second screen going. I have a full document to kind of like the companies I want to contact. If they've worked with other sports, with female athletes, with winter sport athletes, the contact, whether I've contacted them or not, all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, I'm just working away on my laptop just. So, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Whether we do actually get anywhere, who honestly, who knows? Who knows? So we'll see. It's going to take a bit of work, but yeah, I guess I have no choice really. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday, so I'm just heading in for my last session of the week. All right, not gonna lie, I did not have a lot of motivation for this session, especially after everything that I've had to deal with in the last 24 hours before it, but it is my sled pushing session. So we're pushing a prowler. It is very different to actually pushing a bobsled, but it's kind of the closest thing I can do while I'm here in Australia. Basically what we use this for is to get strong and comfortable in certain positions. So making sure I've got the ankle stiffness, the shin depth, the core stability, making sure I'm not moving too much side to side, like lots of things we actually want to use for our pushing we can start to implement here. Because everywhere was nice and sore and it's kind of like giving yourself a massage, a self-inflicted painful massage. But that's it for my training week actually, and honestly that's kind of it for my week. Literally the only other thing I did was go out for dinner with Brie that night, which I'm about to show you, but to be completely honest, apart from that, I really did not do a whole lot because I was sat behind a laptop, sending more emails, doing more admin work, and that's about it. So
I'll finish this video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and enjoyed a little bit of insight into my life. And like I said, every week is different when I'm in Queensland, when I'm home, when I'm overseas, and when I'm on season. So I'm going to try and show you all of it. And thank you for watching.